The secrets to becoming a mentally strong person. As of 2019, approximately 970 million of the world's population were living with a mental disorder, and the pandemic only made this worse. That means at least 1 in every 8 people you meet daily is not fully mentally healthy. But the truth is this: to overcome life challenges and become successful, you must be mentally strong. A mentally strong person can deal effectively with life's pressures, stresses, and challenges. This person can perform to the best of their ability, irrespective of their circumstances. In this video, I will show you some of the secrets to becoming mentally strong. Many people have been using these secrets for years to become more successful and reach their goals. Number 1. Don't dwell on your past mistakes. Focus on the present and the future. We often think about how things could have been better if we had done something different in the past. But no matter how you think about your past, you can never change them. What you can change are the present moments and your future. You can learn from your past mistakes and use the lessons to guide your future. However, never dwell on those mistakes because they will only weaken you mentally. Do your best to distance yourself from things that constantly remind you of your mistakes. Instead of getting consumed with negativity, you can take charge of your present and future. Look up a new skill to learn that will make you more knowledgeable or effective in the area of the mistake. Or grab some books on things that interest you and read. You can also sign up for a gym membership and exercise more than before to release any anger or frustrations from any past failures. Abraham Maslow once said, "The ability to be in the present moment is a major component of mental wellness. The present moment is the only time you can achieve true joy and peace, which are key for mental well-being. So live in the moment with an eye to the goals of your future and enjoy every bit of it." Number 2. Take only calculated risks. All the risks you will ever take in life can be categorized as either foolish or calculated. A foolish risk is one you undertake without performing any research or due diligence to determine both the possible positive and negative consequences. This kind of risk may result in positive outcomes, but when they yield unpleasant results, they can be devastating because the full impact and negative consequences are unforeseen and unknown. On the other hand, a calculated risk means you have done some research on both the positive and negative outcomes. You know that the chances of success are higher than that of failure, and that any unpleasant results are manageable. Every decision we make in life has some risks attached. The key to success is then to take only calculated risks that will maximize positive outcomes and minimize the negative ones. Taking calculated risks means you understand the details of the actions you are taking. You know the red flags and potential issues beforehand, and you are willing to accept the setbacks if they arise. To become mentally strong, you must learn to first consider the possible outcomes of your actions. If the benefits are too small, then know that the risk is not worth the effort. If the benefits are large enough or the risks are minimal and tolerable, then take on the risk and put in your best to achieve the best possible outcomes. Number 3. Don't compare yourself to others. In the current age of social media, it is almost impossible not to compare yourself to others. Almost all our friends and connections are uploading their life's highlight reels on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. Most people tend to have forgotten that social media apps are comparison traps that encourage us to question different aspects of our lives. While comparison can sometimes motivate us to better ourselves, constantly comparing yourselves to others can lead to negative thoughts. It takes your power and gives it to others, making it possible for them to frustrate you and take away your mental focus and power. Mentally strong people know it's never a good idea to compare themselves to others, as it will only distract them from happiness. Instead of comparing yourself to others, spend your time creating, investing, and caring for your ambitions. Accept your present conditions and make decisions that will move you towards achieving your goals. Even if you have made mistakes that slowed down your progress, still embrace your story and how much you have grown from it. Be proud of what you have achieved and aim to achieve even more. Be proud that you are a better person today than you were yesterday, last week, or a year ago. Always remember that no one is perfect. There will always be someone who is more intelligent, richer, or more attractive. If you compare yourself to those people, you will never be happy. The only person you should compare yourself to is yourself. Always focus on how you can improve the quality of your life and become a better version of yourself. Number 4, failures and mistakes are inevitable. Embrace them. We are not afraid to make mistakes and fail when we are young. We are curious and love to experiment and learn new things. However, as we grow, we are often taught by our parents and teachers that failures and mistakes are bad. We then begin to fear mistakes and taking chances, and that usually causes us to stagnate. After spending a lot of resources, time, and energy on something you are passionate about, it can be heartbreaking when things don't work out the way you want. If you are like most people, you probably will just give up and move on to the next big thing. However, a feature seen in mentally strong people is that they embrace failures and mistakes. This is because they know most successful people usually fail several times before they finally become wealthy. As of 2022, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. Elon believes failure is necessary on the path to success. He once said, "There's a silly notion that failure is not an option. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. You must be willing to fail in the short run so that you can succeed in the long run." For example, if you are familiar with Musk's SpaceX company, you will recall that they had many failed rocket launches and landings before they finally got it right. Mentally strong people know that to succeed at anything, you must be willing to push yourself to the edge of your ability without being afraid to make mistakes or fail. Anytime you fail, don't consider the experience the end of your pursuit. Instead, focus on the lessons you learned so that you will not repeat the same mistake. Number 5, learn to say no. Many people are used to saying yes in their efforts to please others. They struggle with saying no when asked to do something that may not be in their best interest. This issue usually stems from the fear of rejection or the uncertainty of how others would react if they said no. The ability to say no usually starts in childhood. As children, we need attention from others for our survival. If we live in a chaotic environment where our parents have outbursts or the family moves regularly, losing our friends, many children become people pleasers, and that habit grows into adulthood as an inability to say no. And if your life is tightly packed with other people's demands, you won't have enough time for what matters to you, and therefore your mental health will eventually suffer. To become mentally strong, you must learn to say no when others try to make you do things that may not benefit you or even harm you. Always remember this: just because you can do something does not mean you should. Number 6, understand that real changes take time. There is a saying that life is a marathon and not a sprint. This means if you try to rush to achieve your aims, you can run out of gas when you don't achieve them quickly. Many people usually want significant change within a short time in their lives. They become disappointed and even give up when the changes are happening slower than they want. The point is that although your circumstances may change in the blink of an eye, long-lasting positive changes take time. Despite your regular exercise, it might take several months or even years before you lose that extra weight. You might have to talk several times with your partner or children before they will drop their bad habits. The key is never to give up, but understand that real change happens slowly and steadily. The martial artist Bruce Lee said, "Be water, because water is flexible, but with constant work, it will wear down mountains." Instead of rushing the change, start small and focus on one activity or behavior at a time. If you encounter challenges, be gentle with yourself. Take time to recover and get right back on track. Number 7, learn to face your fears. There is a saying that fear is a great motivator. That's true because it usually pushes us from a discomfort region to our comfort region. Fear exists to keep us safe. It is neither inherently good or bad, but a tool to help us make better decisions and keep us out of danger. The problem with fear is that when someone is overly fearful, it induces stress, weakening them mentally. To become mentally strong, you must learn to face your fears. It is one of the most liberating pursuits you can ever undertake. In fact, one of the major differences between people who achieve great things in life and those who do not is that the former face their fears. The first step to facing your fears is to acknowledge their presence. Don't try to avoid them because that will only make them scarier. Avoiding them will also prevent you from moving forward. For example, if you are afraid of heights, go near high places until you feel less afraid. If you fear spiders, look at pictures of spiders until your skin no longer crawls when you look at them. However, when facing your fears, be gentle with yourself. If you start panicking at any point, take a break and do something comforting. Then come back to face the fear again. Those that follow these steps learn that their fears eventually fade away. Those are some of the secrets to becoming a mentally strong person. Do you have any other secret that has been helping you to be mentally strong? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching.